Hi, thanks for watching Nook Tutorials. Today we are going to discuss about data mining and how we can do data mining with a tool called Weka, one of the open source tools. So before starting, let's understand what data mining is, why all the companies do data mining, what is the use of it. So data mining helps in doing the predictions for the future data sets based on already existing old data. So you try to find the patterns in the old data which will help you to project the outcomes in future data sets. So let's take an example of a store, and they have the information about what salary range and people which are living, which demographic age people. So you have several attributes. Age is one attribute, the salary range is one attribute, probably gender is one attribute. All these attributes together, you know what they are buying. So once you have all the data set, you can market that people for that product in a much better way. You can target the audience. And also you might have seen, you're trying to search for certain products. If you scroll down the page, it will say based on your interest these products are alternatives, or customers who have seen this product have also ultimately bought this. This is all because of the data mining. With that said, let's go into the purpose of Weka in doing data mining. So once you open Weka, this is the first screen you will see. So you click on Explorer. So with data mining you can, with Weka you can do the data mining. So this is the tab you see once you open the Weka Explorer. So I'm opening a file. So it will be in C, program files, Weka and data. So these are all the files which are given along with Weka. So I'm going to open the weather. So you don't need to go to the folder to check how the file is. You can click on edit to see how the file is. So you can see there are 4 columns, and 5th column is the outcome. So in Weka or in data mining, you call each column as an attribute and each row as an instance. So you can see in Outlook the possible values are sunny, rainy or overcast. So this is how you need to read it. If sunny is outside, temperature is 85, humidity is 85, wind is false, then you can't play. If it is sunny, temperature is 80, humidity is 90 and wind is true, then you can't even play. If it is overcast, 83, 96 false, yes. So you need to find the patterns among them so that you can predict the future. This is a simple example, of course. So if you observe, if it's overcast, every time play outcome is yes. So that's one pattern. So once you know this pattern, you can predict the future data. But overcast is much simpler. Every time it is showing yes, but in some sunny you can play, versus in sunny it's no play, no. So that means the outlook of sunny itself is not determining the outcome. There are other factors into play which you can observe by looking into these rows, the patterns, but it's not easy every time. With more attributes coming into play, it will become more difficult. So let's see other places within Weka Explorer. So whatever we have seen in the file, you can see on the left hand side, these are nothing but attributes. So as you click on each of them, the possible values are shown here along with number of times those are repeated. So you have, as you have seen in the file, there are 14 rows. The sunny shown 5 times, overcast shown 4 times, rainy shown 5 times. So similarly, temperature, it's still 14 rows, but it's considering its numerical value, it's shown minimum, max, mean, so on. Windy is either true or false. 6 instances it is true, 8 instances it is false. So play is yes or no. So with that stated, let's try to understand what this visualization is trying to tell us. In the play, 9 times it is showing up in the file, 5 times it is no play. If you see the first one, the play is shown in blue, play S is shown in blue, play no is shown in red. So with that in mind, if you go to Outlook, you are asking Outlook to be shown on play. So this is sunny, as you can see when you keep the cursor, it shows sunny. As you have seen, play is divided into yes for blue, no for red. So the sunny is represented now with how many times play, how many times no play. Similarly, overcast, every time it's play is yes, so it's shown in blue. So rainy, it's shown as play versus no play. So that's how you can interpret this data set. So this completes the front page of the Weka Explorer. So we have talked about loading a file, attribute versus instance. Then let's try to see what creating a test file means versus training. So you have loaded the file here, but let's say you have only one file to play with. So anytime you are doing data mining, once you train or create an algorithm, you can't just assume that it is working in a real case scenario. So how can you be comfortable? You need to have one more test file, so that once you create an algorithm which reads the patterns, you can use that algorithm and test it on your test file, so that you know that the algorithm which you created really works on other files. Of course, we are taking very small files. In real world scenarios, the files are much bigger. So how do you create, let's say you have only one file, how do you create the test file out of it? So you already loaded the file, you have 14 rows, you want to create at least 25% of it as test file. The way you do it is click on choose, click on filters, in unsupervised, within there are two things, attribute and instance. So within unsupervised attribute, there should be not the random projection, let me see, instance. So there is something called randomize. So when I click on randomize, the data itself will be jumbled across. This will help me to make sure I am not picking the first 5 sorted rows or something like that. So I randomized it, which is good. Now I want to remove percentage of this file. So once I do it, I need to double click it, the percentage I want to take out is, let's say, 25 for the test file. I click on 25, click OK. Once I click apply, then it shows only, as you can see, play has only 10 versus 14 previously. So we removed the 25%. So let me save this as training file, which is 75%. As you can see, the format is attribute format, so I'm saving it as training format. I can do undo, so it will show me 14 back. I can now do remove percentage. I can take out 75 now out of this. So I don't want to do everything on Sunny, let's say. So this doesn't look good, doesn't look like a good data set to me. So what I will do is I will do randomize again, apply, and I will do remove percentage, and I will do 75 removal now. Apply. See, I have at least other combination. I mean, this data set itself is small. So now I can save it as, there can be overlaps in the data set, but we want to make sure it's not the same file. So I create the testing file once the training is done. So this is how you create the training versus testing. So the last one, visualize, as I have shown you or explained these bar graphs. Similarly, you can click on visualize all. It will show how does outlook look with respect to play, temperature looks with respect to play, humidity looks with respect to play, so on. This is the visualize button. Thanks for watching Nook tutorials. We'll cover more about the classifiers in the next lesson. This is a very key topic in data mining as well as the Veka. Thank you. Thanks for watching Nook tutorials.